This is the Fox 5 News Block.
Authorities keep digging into the murder suspect Luigi Mangione's past, what officials are looking at now as the extradition process continues. And the drone drama deepens. Staten Island officials are demanding action after reported sightings in that borough. Good afternoon, I'm Duarte Geraldino. Welcome to the News Block. Those stories in a moment, but first, here's a live look outside right now. Those clouds, but it is beautiful, however, frigid. Liv Johnson is here now with a first look at the forecast. Liv, is it getting any better?
A little bit better in the next couple of days, but it's going to be chilly today and tomorrow. Like Duarte was saying, though, it does look beautiful, right? We barely have a cloud in the sky. It's been clear and it's been dry. Current temperatures are in the low 30s. We have 32 degrees in New York, 33 out east on Long Island, 32 up in Hartford, 33 up in the Hudson Valley. So all of us very similar, just in that low 30 range. And we are a little bit cooler than we were this time yesterday. And then this time yesterday, that temperature difference was about 20 degrees. So we've just seen a really steep decline over the last couple of days. Tomorrow is going to be pretty steady. Now, we do have a pretty bad wind chill too, because those winds, they've calmed down from yesterday, but we still have some pretty strong wind gusts out there. So most of us feel below freezing. We feel like we're in the temperatures in the 20s. Current wind speeds 11 miles an hour coming from the northwest, and we do have some wind gusts right now. Again, better than yesterday, but still pretty strong. Now, over the next couple of days, we are going to see just still dry conditions, cool again, and then rain on Monday. Duarte.
Thanks so much, Liv. So a man working at a construction site died today. Police say the cherry picker he was riding collided with a steel beam this morning. This happened about 9:15 on East 35th Street between Madison and Park Avenues. Authorities confirm, in addition to that one death, another man was injured and he had to be taken to a nearby hospital. Department of Buildings is saying unsafe conditions on work sites and putting workers at risk is unacceptable. And following their investigations, they will take appropriate enforcement actions against the responsible parties. So the latest now in the investigation of Luigi Mangione, the man suspected of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Well, the DA's office is pushing to extradite Mangione, and DA Alvin Bragg says Mangione could waive extradition as soon as Tuesday. Mangione's attorney initially indicated that he'd fight it. Investigators are now delving into Mangione's past. Now, in his manifesto, Mangione writes that he acted alone, but investigators want to know if he was talking to anyone before United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was shot dead. And as all this is playing out, a growing number of people are holding Mangione up as a sort of cult hero. Mayor Adams went on a web talk show today to denounce that behavior.
We can't send a signal that if you're angry over something, if you're angry because you got a parking ticket, you respond with violence. If you're angry because you didn't get the grades you wanted in school, or you're angry because the doctor didn't treat you accordingly, this is not the response. Violence is not the response. There are clear systems to go after that. He could have used his intelligence and intellect to organize.
Right now, Mangione is being held without bail in Pennsylvania. He's due back in court there on December 23rd. And later tonight, we are debuting a special documentary on the CEO killing and the alleged killer. You can watch it on our free Fox Local app. It's called Mangione Manhunt from Midtown to Altoona. Here's a sneak peek.
These are the final moments of United Health CEO Brian Thompson's life.
It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes.
I hear the 3 shots.
The words deny, depose, and defend were written on shell casings left behind at the scene of the shooting.
New images released show the person of interest.
A massive manhunt is underway.
The net is tightening, and we're going to bring this person to justice.
He is no hero.
He made a comment, but that looks like the shooter from New York.
This is our first look at who officials believe was the gunman.
Mangione wrote, frankly, these parasites simply had it coming.
Completely out of touch and insult the intelligence of the American people.
Mangione Manhunt, available to stream beginning tonight at 7 on Fox Local. Search Fox Local on your preferred streaming platform.
It is so good. It answers a lot of questions. You got to watch this doc tonight. And we'll have much more on the case against Luigi Mangione coming up on the 5 o'clock news. And some strange sounds in New Jersey. People there say they woke up to the sounds of a possible drone crash in Hillsborough. Folks over there are telling us they heard a drone crash this morning. Skyfox HD was overhead as first responders were working the scene. We've been reporting on a growing number of concerns about mysterious drone sightings in New Jersey. Some experts are saying the sightings could very well be lawfully manned aircrafts. Today, Staten Island officials are taking a stand against the drones.
You know, there's a saying that we had after 9/11, if you see something, say something. I think that's become, if you see something, don't worry about it, because we saw it too. And the people of Staten Island deserve answers. The people of this city and state and region deserve answers of what the heck is going on.
Now, here's what the FBI is saying. They're saying there's no evidence the reported drone sightings pose, quote, a national security or public safety threat. They also don't believe these objects in the sky have a foreign connection still. The FBI is teaming up with Homeland Security and police in New Jersey to get to the bottom of this drone activity. And Secretary of State Antony Blinken is talking about the future of Syria with one of its most powerful neighbors. Blinken is in Turkey meeting with the country's foreign minister. He says the U.S. and Turkey largely agree they want Syria to reject extremism, protect women and minorities, and eliminate conflict with nearby countries. Now, while Turkey is denying it had anything to do with the fall of the Assad regime, it is widely believed to be one of the main backers of the rebels that toppled the Assad government last week after an 11-year civil war.
We're very focused on Syria, very focused on the opportunity that now is before us and before the Syrian people to move from out from under the shackles of Bashar al-Assad to a different and better future for the Syrian people, one that the Syrian people decide for themselves.
So far, U.S. officials have not held any direct talks with Syria's new leaders. And Nancy Pelosi is recovering at a hospital in Europe. The former House Speaker got hurt during an official trip to Luxembourg. She was in Europe to mark the 80th anniversary of World War II's Battle of the Bulge. She's 84 years old, and now she can't attend the rest of the scheduled events on her trip. No other details of her injury were given at this time. And City Harvest is helping people in Brooklyn put meals on the table this holiday season. Today, the nonprofit distributed free fresh food at a mobile market in Sunset Park. City Harvest, by the way, is New York's first and largest food rescue organization. It helps provide free food for the millions of New Yorkers who experience food insecurity. Now, over the last 2 decades, City Harvest's mobile markets have directly distributed more than 41 million pounds of free food to people across the city. And every day, more than 1 million New Yorkers struggle to put food on the table. 20% of them live up in the Bronx. And the Food Bank for New York has its warehouse and distribution center out there in Hunts Point. Fox 5's Crystal Young went up to the Bronx, and she got a first-hand look at how food makes its way from their warehouse up there to soup kitchens and pantries all over the city.
Nearly 1.3 million New Yorkers are food insecure. It's a staggering number the Food Bank for New York City is working hard to lower. Here in the Bronx, at its 90,000 square foot distribution center, staffers are making sure much needed staples like milk and canned goods make their way to those that need it most. Deborah Jones is a transportation manager. She sees firsthand how the food that leaves this warehouse helps the community.
It's like a warming feeling when you see people that's on the line in the rain and out there for hours. It's a great feeling to know that you're helping those that are less fortunate.
From August 2023 to August 2024, Food Bank for New York City provided 33 million pounds of fresh produce and 19 million pounds of culturally relevant food.
My parents are immigrants from Barbados, and we had to rely on food pantries as well. So to give back and to know how it feels to be on the other side is great.
From potatoes to tomatoes and everything in between, if you can buy it at a supermarket, you'll probably find it here, but not for long. Today, Deborah's preparing to roll out in the rain. And just like postal workers, whether it's rain, sleet, or snow, the food's got to go. Her truck is headed to Harlem. to a community center and food pantry where its contents will be used to help create more than 500 meals a day. And when it arrives, you can see how much it's needed. Long lines of people outside, it's nothing new. As produce makes its way inside, what's already been cooked up is anxiously awaited. A room full of seniors has already gathered.
Food Bank for New York City works with more than 800 community kitchens and pantries throughout the 5 boroughs. And at this location on 116th Street, when people come, they know they're going to get a good meal and see good friends.
Barbara Pinkney, who's been a Harlem resident for more than 3 decades, loves it here.
I don't have no family in the city, so when I come here and I eat with somebody, like a group, then I feel good.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And I go home and I'm happy.
Crystal Young, Fox 5 News.
Ha! Caught you, brat!
The character is Miss Hannigan. The iconic show is doing a limited run at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Goldberg made her debut with the production this past Wednesday, and you can catch performances through January 5th. I want to see this, so look at this. Let's take a live look outside. You can see it's still pretty nice out there. Let's bring in Liv Johnson for a look at the forecast. Liv?
Hi, Dorothy. Yeah, pretty nice out there. We have an area of high pressure to thank for that. It's going to be in control for the next couple of days. So we will be dry and in the clear, just chilly. It's 32 right now in New York, but most of New York State is in the 20s. You see Albany and Buffalo, both 27, 23. And then the further west, you get the cooler and cooler it gets. And those areas that get the lake effect snow have been slammed with some snowfall the past couple of days. We will be dry until at least Monday. Now, we do see some cloud cover roll in Sunday night. It's possible we get a shower with that. But for the most part, it looks like Monday and Tuesday are going to be pretty wet. In terms of the wind that we have today, each hour it's going to get calmer and calmer. So it's still a pretty breezy afternoon and evening, but it's going to get more calm as the night goes on. Lows tonight, very chilly. 23 for New York, but everywhere north of New York is in the teens. 17 for White Plains, 16 for Poughkeepsie, and 5 is the low for Monticello. Tomorrow is chilly again. We warm up a little bit with the start of the week back into the 50s, and then that just comes with some rain. Duarte.
Oh, but where's the snow? It's the time for snow.
Northwest of us.
All right. Thank you so much, Liv. And that's your news blog for now. I'm Duarte Geraldino. Thanks for joining us. Tune in to the 5 o'clock news on Fox 5 and right here on Fox Local for all the news of the day as it develops. We'll see you back here tomorrow.